Yep, that's right. It's time for some more tools. Let's get to it. Alright, up first from Willard, we got a new soldering gun. This is going to be, where is the part number? D650PK, made in Mexico by Willard. I've been using the same old Radio Shack soldering iron for, I don't know, a million years. And I finally decided I wanted to get something a little bit bigger and a little bit better, so this is what I picked out. So we'll see if it is bigger. Well, it is bigger. We'll see if it's better. Let me get it open. Alright, now that I got that zip tie off, comes in a nice little case. It's not bad. It's not great, especially this little plastic is a bit flimsy. See if we can get it out of here. But that definitely feels like a nice heavy duty soldering iron. And if we look at our, let's say, yeah, our duty cycle is 1 minute on, 4 minutes off, so we wouldn't be able to use this continuously, but definitely seems like a good little heavy duty 300, 200 watt soldering iron. And looks like we got a decent length cord, which is nice. You don't have to work right next to the outlet, which is never fun. And there you go. We got our low trigger position and we got our high trigger position. So that's how you get to 200 or 300 watts. So I'm not going to go into too much more detail. It's a soldering iron. When you need one, you need one. So now definitely got a more heavy duty one than my old Radio Shack. Alright, up next from Bosch, we got an impact driver set to go with our 1/4 inch impact driver. And you can see, pretty good selection there. This is made by Bosch DDMS40. That's going to be the model number or part number. Where is it made? Made in Vietnam. And looks like we get, well, let me get out of the case. Alright, now that I got it out of the packaging, comes in a very nice sturdy little case. Looks like you can knock it around and they don't come loose. Yeah, not bad at all. So we get some different size drill bits, and we get some, looks like Phillips, we get some Torx, and we get some square drive. Nice little selection, and an extension to extend it out. I usually keep one of these in this driver just for that reason, because most of the time you can't fit the little bits in wherever you're working. But this is supposed to be impact tough, you know, because you're not supposed to use regular driver bits with an impact, I guess. I don't know. Come on, go back in there. This kit is so nice that it won't snap back into place. Must be something to it. Well, aside from the learning curve of having to kind of drop them in at an angle and then push it forward, I wouldn't have thought that. I would have thought they would have just pressed straight in, but if you try that, they don't go in. Anyway, once you learn how to do that, this looks like a pretty decent little set that should hold up to the abuse of the old Milwaukee. And I like the little case. They certainly won't go anywhere. Could have made the case a little bit smaller. This is kind of a big case for as many bits as you get in there, but all in all, not bad. Alright, up next with Lisle, we got the companion to our throttle depressor. This is going to be another pedal depressor, but this is more for clutch and brake pedals. You can see how long it is and it telescopes. It's got that nice flat end. We can either connect that to the steering wheel or to the seat and press against it and hold that pedal down. This is going to be model 21520, and do they tell us where it was made? It does not look like it, so hopefully it was made in the USA. Yeah, there's a good picture of it. We can extend it out, press on the pedal down there and hook it to the steering wheel, or we can press it right to the seat. And having that piece there kind of protects our steering wheel and our seat a little bit so we won't damage them. Now we could use, you know, other tools like this. This is made to hold up a hood, and we could use something like this, but it's nicer to have the actual tool that was made for. So anyway, let's see what else we got. Alright, up next from Klein Tools, we got the old GFCI receptacle tester with LCD, model RT250. Let's see, where's it made? Made in China. Takes two batteries. What are those, AAA? Anyway, it will test your GFCI or ground fault circuit interrupter. And it also has a nice little readout and shows you what the issues are and tells you the voltage. The voltage is really why I bought it. I like being able to just plug it in and instantly see what the voltage is on that circuit. That's why I bought it. Not so much for the GFCI tester, although let me see, I do have a cheaper older one. Yeah, I got this old cheapo one and it works. It'll tell you if it's wrong and you can test it. Definitely like this one. You could even, you know, plug it into a normal receptacle and just see your voltage, although we wouldn't want to test a non-GFCI with this. But you could just plug it in and it'll tell you if it detects a wiring fault, and it will show you the voltage. So I think I was walking through Home Depot and I saw this and I was like, oh, I gotta have that, and threw it in the cart. So that's how I got it. It's not that I actually needed it that day, but it's one of those where, okay, I want that tool and I got it. Alright, how about we fire it up, plug it in there and see what it tells us. Oh, that reminds me. I gotta install that here so I can get rid of this. Anyway, we should be able to hold this on button, fire it up. Looks like it's on. We'll just plug it in, see what it tells us. Well, it says correct. And 122 volts AC. Oh, that's kind of neat. I like it. Alright, up next from Thexton, we got some plug-all stoppers. This is going to be part number 312, made in the USA, obviously by Thexton. And real quick, these are just some simple rubber plugs like that. Different sizes that you can plug different ends with. Sometimes when you disconnect lines, they just drip and drip and drip, and this definitely makes it so much nicer. Find the right one or closest one and plug it. It looks like it comes with a little chain, so we can hook them all together so we don't lose them. That's kind of nice. But yeah, just plug these in so it stops the drip, so it's not dripping all over you. Usually your body is underneath that drip when it's dripping, or it just makes a big mess on your floor. But anyway, these are always nice to have kits like this. I wouldn't mind having a little bit bigger kit with more selection too if I can find one. Alright, up next from XTech, we got a thermal anemometer. I think that's how you say it, I don't know. Part number AN100, and this is made in China. And this basically is going to measure our airflow and air velocity, and it tells us the temperature of that air too. Very nice for doing HVAC work. Simultaneous display of temperature and airflow or air velocity. Basically how hard that air is coming at you and how much air. And large LCD auto power off. Works on a 9-volt battery. You can see I'm using it on a home AC, but you can just as easily use it on a vehicle also. Well, let's get it out and check it out. You can see it comes in a nice little canvas type bag. We can unzip it. And well, it looks like it got some instructions. Ain't nobody got time for that. And maybe we would have time for this thing so we can figure out how to use it. And there's our unit. And did I see a battery? I thought I saw a battery floating around. Alright, we got a battery too. So it looks like, yeah, we plug this in and do some testing. Let me put the battery in. Alright, you just pull the cover off and you pop the battery in. This thing right here, this rubber cover, goes over the top of this, and it has a little stand on it. So you can stand it up while you're working. And we'll get this unwrapped and plugged in. Alright, we're up and running. Let's go measure something. Alright, I fired it up. We just look for our arrow right there, which shows the airflow. So that's how we want the air to go this way. I got it set on cubic feet per minute, CFM. We'll just put it down in front of the cooler here and see what it does. Looks like we got about 1800 CFM times 100. That's quite a bit, and we're 69 degrees, seeing as I just fired it up. And dropping. That's really neat having both on there. I've had AC issues where it seems like the temperature is changing and then the airflow is changing. Sure would have been nice to have this where you can see both of them just at a glance. And like I said, you can pick different units what you want. I just had it on CFM right there. The only thing I don't like is that this is very weakly connected to this rubber casing. And so, I mean, this thing is brand new, but look at that. Yeah. Come on, XTech. You guys are better than that. That's pretty worthless right here. Alright, up next from Lisle, we got some window belt molding tools. These just remove that window trim that's between your window and your door on a vehicle. I showed one in a previous tool video from Mayhew. They just have usually a little hook. You can see this is wide, this one's skinny with some points, but they just slide up in there and just you're able to pull that trim out. Definitely having the right tool for whatever molding you're using makes that trim come out easy. This one is the part number 35240, and it does not tell us where it was made. I'm pretty sure it was made in the USA, but Lisle doesn't like to tell us. And this one is 35150, and well, this one says made in USA. Alright, way to go, Lisle, finally, you told us for once. Anyway, Lisle makes good tools, and so I don't think these are any exception to that rule. So let's see what else we got. Alright, in keeping with trim removal tools, I got this 11-piece auto trim removal tool kit. This is from Sunplus Trade, and where is it made? Made in China. Does it tell us what the model number is? I guess if you look up 11-piece auto trim removal tool kit from Sunplus Trade, you should be able to find it. That might be the model number there, I don't know. In any event, you get all these different trim tools. There's the names of them right there. I have a bunch of trim tools, but I don't mind buying more because I break them and bend the heck out of them. These are supposed to be heavy duty nylon, and they come with a pouch, so hopefully they're pretty strong. Let's get it open and check them out. Alright, that's a pretty nice pouch you get actually. Got some Velcro on there. We'll just undo it. Looks like you could hang that up if you wanted to. That actually is a decent little pouch. Let's see. Those are very stout. I'm happy to see that. A lot of the cheaper ones, these things just bend way too much. And you don't want them to just bend up when you're trying to, you know, pop some trim out. Now they will flex a little bit, and that's fine, especially these thinner ones. But we don't want so much flex that you can't even do the job. No, these feel actually pretty decent. Pretty decent quality. And I think there's a few of them here that I actually don't have. So that's kind of nice to have a bigger selection. So I'm happy with this purchase. Looking at it so far, these feel pretty good quality. Alright, up next from Milwaukee, we got an M12 Fuel 3/8 inch extended reach ratchet, model 2560-20, and it's made in China. You can see this is the extended version right here, and so that allows us to get into tighter spaces. And pretty strong, up to 55 foot-pounds of maximum torque. That's pretty good. This works on the M12 battery system. I have both M12 and M18 batteries, so this is just the tool only. It doesn't include any batteries or chargers. Obviously, it wouldn't be big enough, but let's get it open. Alright, I grabbed a battery. There's our tool. Comes with instructions, and nobody got time for that. Take our lock off. Put a battery in. And there we go. It works. Let's compare it to some regular standard ones. Alright, there's a good comparison next to my older ones. This is a 3/8 inch, this is a 1/4 inch. This is an older style, this is a newer style with kind of a slimmer head, but it is a 1/4 inch. And then you can see the length on this one. So this would both be 3/8 inches, but you can see how much bigger the head is on this than the older one, but much longer neck. So as long as you can get the head in there, you're good. Then you got all this area to reach in, which is usually what you need. The bottleneck on these is going to be right here. That's where you run into an issue. As far as the speed goes, they look about the same as far as speed. I can definitely feel this one torquing much more in my hand than that one. And you can see that one doesn't really have a brake. That one, as soon as you let off, it's off. That's kind of nice. Compared to the 1/4 inch, this one is also, as soon as you let off, it's off. And it has a little more torque too. This feels more on par with this one. You can definitely tell they upgraded it compared to these older ones. But this one still works, and so that's why I still keep it around. Let's see what else we got. Alright, you know I can't help myself. I gotta buy Channellock. Made in USA, part number 738. These are long long reach pliers. See if we can just pop them out of this. There we go. You can see that's what we get. So they're kind of short right here, but they definitely have a longer reach to get into tighter spaces. But I like channel locks. They're made in the USA. Decent quality for the money. I don't think you can go wrong with them. So I'll definitely be adding this to my set. Alright, up next from GearWrench, we got a 3-piece body clip removal set. Tell you what, if you work on vehicles for any length of time, you deal with body clips and trying to pop them off. And they can be a pain, so it's nice to have more than one tool to deal with these things. This is going to be part number 41850. I said by GearWrench, of course, and made in Taiwan. So you get the 30-degree offset push pin pliers, the 80-degree offset push pin pliers, and panel clip pliers. So that's what they look like. So let's pop them out. Now I see this style of clip a lot. You got to reach in there, pull this piece out, then you can get the whole thing out. Usually, a lot of times they break. These are the pliers that I usually use from Lisle. These were made in the USA, but that's what they look like. They don't have a spring or anything. These from GearWrench, you see, they pop back open, which is kind of neat. At least I think so. We'll see in theory when you're using them. All of them do the same thing like that. Just different styles. That one pops them up that way. This one is similar, but it's able to go at them at an angle and pull it up like this. And this one goes straight on just like the Lisle ones. You can see the tips. The Lisle is pretty flat. These are at an angle. So we'll see which one works better on these type of clips over time, and if I like the spring or not. These have worked well over the years, and I definitely like these, but I damage a lot of clips using these anyway, even when you try not to. So maybe those will help me save some clips. Alright, last but not least, we got the dual mode refrigerant gas leak detector by Robinair. This is going to be the LD7, that's the model number. Color display, that's kind of nice with graphics. Bar and pinpoint graphing modes, loud audible alert, and you can mute it because sometimes that gets annoying. UV and clear LED inspection lights, automatic and manual calibration, and battery powered 4 AA's. And what's nice is it will recognize or detect the newer R1234YF and the older R134A. So this should be a good little unit. Alright, as you can see, it comes in a nice little case. Let me get this zip tie off. I tell you what, these are the best little zip tie cutters, not only for cutting them flush, but just getting in there with a sharp tip to cut these little ones. What is it? I can't read that. If I could read that at all, I'd let you know. I'll put a link in the description. These things are great. So we'll get this off and get it opened up. Alright, that's what we got. We may have to read this manual. But nice little unit, looks good. It'll go good with my machine. Here, I'll show you that in a second. Now, of course, this is made by Robinair, and so is my AC machine. And I've been really happy with this thing. This thing works great. Typically, I keep this leak detector on here. This one, what is it made by? Extech. It's a cheaper version. Definitely not as nice as what Robinair makes. So that's why I'm looking forward to putting this to use, and I will show this in use on a future video. We'll do some AC repair or something like that. So definitely looking forward to using this. Alright, that's it for this tool video. And as always, if the video helped you out, you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.